guys, this is Misty, and today we are going to be learning how to do a magic circle, or you may have heard it called a magic ring. It's either or is fine. So you can use any yarn that you have available for this. It's just for instructional purposes. I have a super bulky 6 here from my yarn stash, and using a 9mm. So I take my yarn and I lay it over the inside of my fingers, and then I hold it right here with my thumb. Now, I take my working yarn and I just wrap those fingers up in that yarn and make an X. Okay, just like that. And I keep holding it here with my thumb. And then I just turn these fingers around. And my working yarn here, I kind of just push it down with my pinky. So here I am, I have, around these 3 fingers, I have my front yarn and I have my back yarn. Now, take your hook, and I usually just spread these 2 fingers here, and go under that first yarn and grab a hold with your hook, this back piece of yarn. Now hold your pinky down really good over here, holding this yarn, because we don't want to pull it all the way through. We just want to pull out this corner here, right? So we're pulling it down, and then once we get it past the first yarn, twist your hook toward yourself, like that. And you're making a loop on your hook. You see that? Okay. Now, this same back piece of yarn, you've still got a hold of it over here. Take your hook and work your way under there and grab it again. That same back yarn. Grab it with your hook and pull it through that loop that you made. Just like that. Okay, it might be a little bit tight. You might have to work it back and forth a little bit, but just pull it through that loop. All right. Now that you have your loop on your hook, take your index finger and your thumb and just grab a hold of that little knot right there. Okay? Now you can kind of release this over here. So what we have over on this side is we have 2 pieces of yarn here. We have our short tail and our loop, and then on this side we just have our 1 piece of yarn that's in our loop. Okay, so we're going to be working our stitches on this side, right over this piece of our loop that has 2 pieces of yarn. Alright, so reach back here and grab a hold of your yarn and grab it up. However you hold your yarn to crochet is just fine. And grab your working yarn. So at this point, I usually take these 3 fingers, my pinky and these 2 fingers here, and I put them right in this circle that I've made. And then I put my thumb right here to hold that short tail in place. And I use these 3 fingers here just to open this circle up wide, so that I can make larger stitches and see what I'm doing, okay? So you've got your loop here, and you've got your circle opened up with your fingers, and you're holding your tail down. Now, let's chain 1. And from here on out, we are going to be putting stitches into this ring, just like we were crocheting anything else, okay? So, we are going to make 6 single crochets into our circle, and our chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Okay? So, for our first stitch, we're going to take the head of our hook here, and we're going to put it right in to that magic circle. And it is just like, you know how when you're crocheting and you're taking your stitch under the V's? It's just like that. We're going under these 2 pieces of yarn. The only difference is that our stitch is much larger. Okay? So we're going in there, and we are going to yarn over and draw up a loop right back through. just like that, just like it were any other stitch. Now we're going to yarn over and draw through both of those loops just like a regular single crochet. Okay, there's our first stitch. So let's do it again. Inside the circle and draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2, making your single crochet. Into the circle, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through both those loops, making our third single crochet. Okay? Let's do it again. Into the circle and draw up a loop. Yarn over and draw through 2. Into the circle and draw up a loop. Yarn over and draw through 2. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. We need one more. So we're going into the circle one last time, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both of those loops. Now, as you can see, my little stitches here are going, around about and all over the place. That's okay, they'll straighten up. So, now we'll make the magic happen, okay? Let go of your working yarn and just grab a hold of your short tail here. And then start to tug. And you can see you're drawing up, you're closing that circle. Before you get it all the way closed, what I like to do is count back my stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right here is our first stitch of the round. And I'm going to just put my hook in there and I'm going to draw up a loop. I like to pull it out a little bit big and then slip stitch it. Okay? Now, our circle is still quite open. Now we can grab up the back, our pull tab here, our short thread, and pull tightly. Okay? And what happens is, let me get the hook out of here. We've now made a completely tight, closed circle. Now, that's all there is to it. I mean, if you're making a single crochet, however many your pattern tells you to crochet into your circle, you do it just like any other single crochet going into the loop. If you're making a double crochet or a triple crochet or half doubles, whatever your pattern calls for, you're going to put it right into that loop the same as you would any other stitch that you're doing, okay? And then the great part is at the end, if you've pulled loose a little bit, you can always reach in here and tighten that ring up there tighter than you'll ever be able to get it with just making a regular circle. So it really is a cool thing, and it's fun, and hopefully this has helped you a lot. Leave it down below. Do you prefer the magic circle? So now you've got this in your arsenal. You can use it whenever you want to. So hey, if you like the video, if you could like, share, subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that so much. And guys, go out and do something that you love today, okay? Take some time for yourself. All right, until next time, bye bye.